For my money, 197 is one of, if not the deepest weight class in NCAA wrestling this year. And it's deep in a couple ways. I think it's deep with number of title contenders, but I also think it's very deep with All-American contenders. And now, if we recall, last year there were some big guns at this weight class, and we lost quite a few hammers, so it's sort of surprising to have this level of depth. We lost Aaron Brooks, 4-time national champion, Trent Hidley, absolute monster, definitely one of the best to never win a national title. Tanner Sloan, NCAA finalist. Lou Dupre graduated. Silas Allred down at 184. Jackson Smith down at 184. So the weight looks really different, yet it's still really, really tough, and you have some new faces that are entering 197. The biggest name of all, of course, AJ Ferrari, transferring to Cal State Bakersfield. He's ranked 4th right now, but he's obviously a title contender. He won in 2021, and many believe he's going to do the exact same thing this year. Also entering this weight class, you got Josh Barr from Penn State, Isaiah Salazar from Minnesota, Trey Munoz, Oregon State, Zach Bronigal off of redshirt, Christian Carroll and Camden McDaniel round out a lot of talent entering 197 or re-entering this weight class. So I'm going to go over my round of 12 and my top 8 All-Americans. And this round of 12, I tell you, these are guys, and I debated, I feel like these guys are podium potential. Some of them have been on the podium in the past. And so they're just outside, but really I do round of 12 and 1 through 8 because making round of 12 at NCAAs is a statement. It's a status all its own. You don't get the points for it, but making it to this round is a true achievement. So my round of 12, these 4 wrestlers, Oregon State's Trey Munoz, guy's really, really tough. We've seen him place in the past before. He's placed a couple of times. But Munoz up at 197 so far, and the loss to Serber just kicked him out of the round of 12. No doubt he can still place here. And remember, Stephen Buchanan's ranked number 1. He was right there to beat Stephen Buchanan this year already. So that just shows the level that this weight class has. Zach Glazier in the round of 12. Really tough guy. Last year for Iowa, transferred to South Dakota State. Luke Serber, Oklahoma State. I debated putting him on the podium, keeping him off the podium. Have him off right now. And then finally, Zach Bronigal, the last member of the round of 12. So as you can tell, it's a really, really good weight. I mean, those are 4 really tough names, and I have them just outside of All-American status. So who is my top 8? We'll start with number 8. I've got squiggles on my board because I changed my mind. I got number 8, Josh Barr, Penn State freshman. I really liked what I saw at the Keystone Classic, and really coming into this video or before the Keystone Classic, it was a lot of guessing. You were guessing who was going to be Penn State's guy. You were guessing how good Josh Barr was because we know what he did at 184, but 197 feels like that's outside his best weight class. But what I saw him do, and you could say it's against teammates, but I think that's actually a point in his favor, the fact that he dominated Connor Mirasola and he dominated Lucas Cochran. The fact that there's familiarity there, that doesn't mean that much to me. In fact, normally you see things tighten up. So I think Josh Barr's going to have a really good year, and his offense, his ability to generate leg attacks, I think one worry with Josh is he can take a lot of attacks and sometimes no setups. You can get into the down block go behind series that give a lot of wrestlers problems. So that's something he'll have to be aware of, but I'm certain he'll be addressing. I think he's going to be a really tough guy. I think he's going to have a lot of problems, present a lot of problems from neutral. So Josh Barr, number 8. Number 7, Isaiah Salazar. This is a guy definitely has potential to be higher. An All-American in the past, Big Ten champion. And this guy's known for his physicality, but really this guy is phenomenal from the top position. He gets your wrist, he tilts you over. We just saw him pretty well dominate Zach Glazier from South Dakota State last week. I think this guy's really good. He can wrestle from everywhere, and for sure he has the capacity and the ability to place higher than 7th. But I have him landing at 7th, 1 spot behind Stephen Little for Little Rock. This guy is as tough as they come, and it's not a lot of flash. It's more grit, but he can really wrestle well from all the positions. He's got good re-attacks. He can generate a really, really hard pace, which is what helped get him on the podium this year. He's definitely a guy that's going to be vulnerable. Wrestling, he'll probably be a guy wrestling in the round of 12. He's going to have someone really good, and he's going to have to be able to generate enough offense to get on the podium. I have him getting 6. I think NCAA tournament favors that grit and that toughness. Little's already done it once before, and I think he does it again, placing 6th. 5th place, I have Michael Beard. Now, You may be saying, well, Stephen Little, didn't he beat Michael Beard last year at NCAAs? That definitely did happen. But I feel like if you look at Beard's NCAAs, I think he really didn't wrestle his best, and he still placed. He lost to Little. He lost to Buchanan. He lost to Elam. But I still think Michael Beard, from a point scoring situation, he can score from the top position. He scores in bunches. He gets takedowns into turns. Just really good offense. Very good athlete. Big for the weight. He's strong. I think he finishes his career 5th place for Lehigh. I think a lot of Michael Beard. I don't think last year's NCAA was a full representation of just how good Michael Beard can wrestle. And this is where I think we're entering that kind of title contending potential realm. With Beard and with this next guy, Rocky Elam, who I have number 4. And I really debated as high as 2 or 3 for Elam and as low as in the round of 12, because we haven't seen this guy. He's been out with injury. He's been dealing with injuries in the past, but he's got a lot of really good accolades. He's beaten some of the best. He's beaten number 1 Stephen Buchanan. He's beaten number 2 Cardenas. But he's also lost to some of those guys. We've seen him take some losses along the way. And between that and a lack of health, it makes me nervous. He's got a great single leg. He can horse it in from all kinds of different positions. He's tough on the mat. He's tough pretty much everywhere. If he's healthy, he's a title contender, no doubt about it. I'm guessing right now. I'm guessing he's going to be good. Maybe I just played it a little bit safe down the middle, putting him 4th. But right now, Rocky Elam is a bit of an unknown. Missouri's been using Aiden Sinclair, and I don't think they plan on using Aiden. I think it's just until Rocky is back. So I've got Rocky Elam, 4th place. 3rd place, Michigan. That's right, Michigan's Jacob Cardenas. You probably used to watching him wrestle for Cornell, but now he's transferred to Michigan. And this is a guy with, when you want to talk about power and speed and the ability to score in bunches, it's Jacob Cardenas. And his ability to shoot double legs from space, he gets really low, he can shoot through your face, run you over. That makes him a tough out against everyone in the country. But I've got him getting 3rd. He had wins over Elam, over Stephen Little, and Silas Allred last year. He lost to Elam as well. I think he's going to have a really nice showing. I think there's, going from Cornell to Michigan, I think both great training environments, so I don't expect any regression there. I think he's going to do really well, and I'm looking forward to watching him at Cliff Keen, Las Vegas, as he's going to be in a really tough field there at 197. But I've got him getting 3rd behind 2nd place, Stephen Buchanan. Buchanan's looked the part, and he's been well tested this year. He wrestled Munoz, he's wrestled Carroll, he's had some other challenges along the way. And this is a big guy. He's really hard to take down, very strong hips, able to generate with his low double. He's got good single legs. Stephen Buchanan, really, really tough in his 3rd stop in college wrestling. Started at Wyoming, was really tough there, made a semifinal, and then transferred to Oklahoma. Was really great there. He got 3rd at the NCAA tournament, and it's that NCAA tournament that really has me confident that he can place high again, where he beat Cardenas, he beat Sloan in NCAA finals, he beat Michael Beard, he beat Stephen Little. That's all in one tournament. That's a really impressive run, and now he's at Iowa, and he's not slowing down. So I have him getting 2nd place behind, yes, it's the only name I haven't said yet, A.J. Ferrari. And, I talked about a little bit of mystery with some of these guys. There's no greater mystery in wrestling right now than A.J. Ferrari, because we haven't really seen much of him. He's wrestled 2 matches so far this year. One was against Stemet, who's, a ranked 13th-ish kind of guy, but you don't really know what it means to beat Nick Stemet, or it doesn't really show us where AJ is. And then last year we had the Soldier Salute debacle, call it what it is, and then we hadn't seen him in a couple of years before then. And so that's why FloWrestling, they hammered him in the rankings for having so much time off the mat. I'm a little more bullish on AJ maybe than others, because I saw this guy, what he did at the 2021 NCAA tournament. And with AJ, for all the bravado and the flash and the talk, his wrestling is very strategic. It's gritty. It's kind of blue collar. You know what AJ is going to do. He keeps you off his legs. He does not give up his legs very easily or often. He fires re-attacks. He has really good single leg. He likes to finish out the back door or standing. And he gets off the bottom, and he can ride pretty well situationally. I think all those things are still there. I haven't seen anything that suggests they're not still there. And certainly training at Oklahoma State and Cal State Bakersfield is very different situations, right? And he's more tested in that room in Stillwater than he is in Bakersfield. But you got to remember, he was a young, true freshman when he won NCAAs. Now, and also you feel like he's wrestling. This is more of an audition, right? AJ wants to do well here so that he can prove he's not only still very good on the mat, but he's, able to keep it together for a full season, because you better believe the portal's going to open up and someone's going to need a title contending 197. If AJ wins, he's going to be able to benefit not just with a different situation potentially, but financially as well. So he has a lot of incentive. And the fact is, last time, and the reason I think he should be ranked number one is we saw him against Buchanan and he beat him 2-0. And I think that just matters. But we'll see. And we're going to find out a lot at Cliff Keen Las Vegas this weekend. But AJ's my pick. I think he's going to win NCAAs. I reserve the right to change my mind. And I may change my mind after this weekend, but I don't think I'm going to. So I got AJ winning this weight, but I want to know what you think. Who do you think wins 197 this year in Philly?